Hello, and welcome to episode 9 of GEEKAMANIA, guys. And doing a little thing a bit different today. So you'll notice it's only like 10 minutes episode, this episode, or however long we talk on for.
Yeah.
We're splitting it into like 2 or 3 parts. And so basically you can just like skip over the bits you don't like the wrestling.
Or even the top 5 if you don't like the top 5.
Just whatever you
top 5, I know you do.
whatever you hate about us, basically, you can just
Yeah.
skip it because you don't love us.
Yeah, no, that's so sad. I don't love us, HP. I wish they would love us some more. Okay.
No.
Let's start the first topic. Yeah. Let's just
Sorry, I was
start.
just wallowing in self-loathing for a bit. It's good to swallow in your own self-loathing occasionally, guys, because it reminds you of how bad the world is. And on the topic of how bad the world is, this was a good Raw.
yeah, it was, wasn't it? It's good Raw.
So basically, after me constantly saying how 3-hour Raws would suck and would be terrible and how they'll never be able to fill it, they made a 3-hour Raw that didn't suck, wasn't terrible, and filled it. Because apparently I was wrong. But hey, they've got plenty of time to prove me right, which is the beautiful thing about this.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, pleasantly surprised, because, you know, they're actually doing stuff that's interesting. But yeah,
And how they're turning, and I like the fact that they turned Punk into like a tweener.
yeah, so
Where he's in the middle between a good guy and a bad guy, because even though he knocked out John Cena, he still knocked out the Big Show, so they're kind of...
yeah, so they opened with Punk coming out and delivering probably the best Punk promo I've seen since the shoot heard around the world.
Yes.
And it was great. They gave him his teeth back. They finally, you know, stopped just trying to neuter him and keep him in this PG weird crapness that he's been wallowing in. I mean, it's still been good because
Yeah, of course.
he's not even when he's been neutered, he's still been coming out with gems. But
Yeah, totally.
now
Like
they've let him off
his
the leash a
Shredder like comment to
yeah.
Kevin Nash, which only people like me, like this Jazzle, would really get.
But yeah, it's very, very, it's nice. I like it. It's good. And it's bringing him back more to a heel side. I mean, yeah, as you said, he's a tweener now.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, this works for me. I like this. This is my ideal Punk right now. As long as they just keep going along this trail and keep him being aggressive and aggro.
Yeah, of course.
This would be nice. I like this.
Yeah, definitely, and he's someone who looks good, that he doesn't care who you are, heel or face. He will stand up to you, he will say whatever he wants, he will do whatever he wants, which is good, because that's what Punk was awesome for, and why people like Austin were so popular, because he doesn't care who you are, face or heel, he would stun your ass.
Yeah, just being brutally honest and brutally aggressive. But yeah, and I like it. I want more. I give me more. I like this. And also, a decision I did not agree with at first has turned out to be not as bad as I thought.
Oh, the AJ Lee being general manager thing?
Yeah, and that's something that's just a little bit weird, how they're constantly calling her AG Lee now. It's like, I don't know why, it bugs me a little. It's just like, right, so now she has a full name because she's a boss?
She was always known as AJ Lee, but they changed it for WWE, then she just called AJ.
Yeah, I know, it's still a bit, felt a bit off. But yeah, it's weird because it's kind of working, but I hope they do a bit more with her. Because at the moment she's just being a bit run-of-the-mill general manager, and it's just like, by the way, X match is now X match. Lols, leave.
Hey, this is not as bad as Teddy Long. Appear, tag match, leave.
No. Even better though is Teddy Long going, "What's up, player? Now I'm going to give you a surprise opponent, and here he is." Cue Sheamus's music. It was just like, it was always Sheamus.
Yeah.
The surprise opponent was always Sheamus. Even when he's champion, he's still the go-to surprise opponent guy.
Because Sheamus is awesome. He's Irish.
No, 'cause
we
he's
love
just-
the Irish.
Because he doesn't know how... Because he's not great at promos, but he's very good at just coming in and aggressively beating guys up. So he's great for just going, oh, by the way, here's this intimidating Irishman who's going to beat you in the face now.
That's the cool thing about it as well, though, because he was a bad guy, and now he's a good guy. Everyone's like, yeah, we finally got someone who's tough on our side.
Yeah. Baby faces.
I quite liked some baby faces. Hogan was a good baby face.
I think
Austin was basically a baby face.
Austin was not a baby face.
He was in
the
the
least
sense.
baby face of baby faces.
Yeah, he was in the sense that he was cheered the most. Like, that's how I kind of see baby faces, whoever gets cheered. John Cena to me is, in a way, a heel because he always gets booed. Or mostly gets booed.
No, Cena is the epitome of a baby face.
Yeah.
He is the paragon of what baby faces are. A appealing to kids and women, and then most other people hate him because he's terrible, not because he's a face.
I reckon if he was actually a good wrestler, like Bret Hart was the same as well, but everyone loved Bret Hart.
Yeah,
And Shawn Michaels, even though he was a dick in real life, when he was a face, everyone loved him.
Mm.
Rock, but then again, he's got the charisma, and he's a bit of a douche anyway, The Rock.
Oh, he's a massive
his capture. But he's awesome, though.
But yeah, I mean, and other little bits in the episode, like, just like the Brian promos and him, like, shouting yes in the psychiatrist's face and just, like, all this stuff. It's just... It's good. I'm surprised, because if this 3-hour format means they can do more, like, long length stuff like this and bring out more promos and maybe elongate the matches a bit more like they've been doing, this is really good for them.
That's true. But there's one thing that's missing, though. No Cody Rhodes. Where's Cody Rhodes gone? He's disappeared. It's like, he's one of the best wrestlers that they have. Yeah, I did love Ziggler as well, but at the same time, it's where's Cody Rhodes? Where has he gone?
Miz has kind of come in and, like, replaced the slot that Cody was occupying. And, like, now that Miz is back, it's just like, well, we don't really need you on Raw, Cody, so relegate to SmackDown hell. But yeah, it's... honestly, though, I quite like the Miz being back, because, I mean, as I said in an earlier episode, it's just like, the problem I had with the Miz was, like, his confidence had basically been shot.
Yeah.
But now he's back, and now that he's just, like, got on this new image and got on a fresh start in his eyes, and probably the management eyes, considering they've given him a title...
Yeah, of course.
It's built his confidence back up, and this is good because hopefully he can build off this and come back to the place that he was and come back better.
Yeah, totally.
Because he is a good talent, and I do enjoy watching The Miz.
Yeah, he's really good talent. I was a big fan of him as well.
So hopefully, the WWE will not do what they usually do with people like this and just go, oh, here's a title, sink or swim.
But at the same time, is that people like Zack Ryder became huge with the fans, gave him a title, then they just sunk him.
Yeah, well, that's just typical of WWE, just, going, oh, okay, here's your shot. Right, now we're just going to tie this 1-ton anvil to you, chuck you in the sea, and see if you can float.
Yeah.
And usually it doesn't work. Occasionally, in very, very rare occasions. Occasions? What is an occasion? In very rare occurrences, like with Punk shooting her around the world. That was a nice big bone they threw Punk by letting him just like come out and just like say.
But I think the worst thing about it though is the fact they had the next episode taped right afterwards, so they couldn't have that whole, oh my god, is it real thing? By like the next 2 hours, everyone knew it was a shoot. It wasn't like, oh my god. It was still good, but it kind of. I felt like by taping the next episode, it didn't really help it. Where if they did, well, next week everyone would be like, oh my god, and there'll be so much more. Like, because people knew the spoilers, it didn't have as much. Even though it was amazing, it didn't have as much effect as it would have done if they never taped another one. Because then everyone would be like.
There was still some doubt whether it was shoot or not, though. I mean, it wasn't like immediately obvious. Like, there was quite a lot of doubt for a few weeks, which I really liked. And it's just like I didn't actually hear that it was shoot until, like, say, he made his Comic-Con appearance. And it's like, when that happened, it's like, okay, yeah, that was, this was planned. But it's clever how they actually tied it in with, like, the real, like, his actual contract actually expiring. That was a clever, stealthy, sneaky move.
Yeah, definitely.
I know, but that's just weird. WWE being clever. Yeah, and another amazing thing about that match, I'm getting ahead of myself. Other amazing thing about that episode was just like probably the best lineup in a match I've ever seen. Jericho and Christian versus Ziggler and Miz in a tag match. It was glorious. Can we have that every week? I just want that every week. Every week. Good match. Twice.
Yeah, totally.
Just 2 hours of that.
I just can't wait for the feud between Ziggler and Jericho because they would have some fantastic matches.
They are having fantastic matches. They are currently doing brilliant stuff. And it's just give me more. And just make these two permanent tag teams as well and just let them solely revive the tag team division by themselves because they could do that.
Totally.
And bring, just we've got some good tag teams. I mean, the Usos. I love the Usos. They're great fun to watch.
And you know who the son there is? Rikishi's son.
Yeah, I know. It's like, well, when they had that whole Legends bit in the 1004, you know, Rikishi came out with the Usos and did the old Scotty 2 Hotty dance.
Yeah.
I freaking love Scotty 2 Hotty.
He was part of Too Cool as well, you know, Rikishi.
Yeah.
At Royal Rumble.
That's why I brought up Scotty 2 Hotty. I didn't.
Okay.
I knew they were part of it. But
Nice.
yeah, it's just, I still love Scotty 2 Hotty.
Yes, he's awesome.
Alright,
The
let's
Worm as
turn
well.
the worm into a wrestling move.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, that's the funny thing about that time. They can make anything go over.
Yeah.
Like, a word like what and yes has become huge in wrestling.
Mm.
Not as much what as it may come, but at the time, what was probably the main thing everyone used to chant. There's been asshole, there's been loads of different stuff, so...
You suck.
Yeah.
Love Kurt Angle's entrance.
Yeah, me too.
Kurt Angle's entrance is not complete without the whole crowd just going, "You suck, you suck." Just the way it complements the music, it's lovely.
It is indeed.
It's synergy. It's perfect wrestling synergy. And also a little bit of a segue. We'll come to that kind of thing later in our top 5 wrestling frames.
Top 5, baby.
But I think in the second part of this episode we'll be doing something differently. So, you got anything else to say before we wrap this part up, Mark? About
No.
No, it was good.
Oh, before I forget, did you see the spoilers about who's the new general manager of SmackDown?
No, but spoiled it away. But you guys might, just skip over the next video if you don't want to hear this. So,
Booker T.
really,
Yeah.
Booker. Actually, he'd be alright as a general manager as long as it keeps him off of commentary. I'm happy.
Yes.
Because he's just always on commentary and I'm doing my friggin' double voice gear. It's a little bit racist, but
After that little thing, I'm Mark, he's Ben. Cheers, guys, and
oh
take
my
care.
god!